Today we're going to use a classic public choice concept, the bootlegger and Baptist theory of regulation, to explain perverse regulations in developing countries. Take the example of one particularly large group trapped in poverty, Indian farmers. About 150 million Indians are directly engaged in farming, and about 600 million Indians rely on allied agricultural activities for their income. Indian farmers are vulnerable to the stresses of weather disruptions, global markets, small land holding sizes, and low productivity. In years of drought, in India, farmer suicides increase. Wouldn't it be amazing if Indian farmers had magic beans like Jack to dramatically increase their productivity? Incidentally, such a technology does exist. No magic, just human innovation through genetically modified seeds. But the Indian government has banned the use of genetically modified seeds in most categories, even though they increase yields and farmers want to use them. The reason is that some special interest groups have a big interest in blocking genetically modified seeds. But can't ordinary people and politicians see through these special interests? To explain why and how GMOs are banned in India, let's take a short detour to some southern states in the United States where the law prohibits the sale and purchase of alcohol on Sundays. However, alcohol consumption on Sundays is not prohibited. In his 1983 paper, Bruce Yandel argued that this peculiar regulation is backed by two groups. One is the clergy, or the Baptists, who have moral reasons for supporting alcohol prohibition on Sundays. But the other group benefiting from the prohibition is bootleggers, who can stock up and illegally sell alcohol at a profit on Sundays. Now, the bootleggers and Baptists are strange bedfellows. We don't normally put them together. But this odd coalition of moral interests of the Baptists and economic interests of the bootleggers makes alcohol prohibition not only more likely and more persistent, but also more difficult to detect as serving a special interest. Coming back to the plight of the Indian farmer and genetically modified seeds, they also have their own version of bootleggers and Baptists. Some people believe that GMOs are bad for their health, even poisonous, and that they damage the environment and reduce plant diversity. This is despite overwhelming scientific evidence that proves that GMOs are safe to eat and that they bring environmental benefits by making agriculture more sustainable. But environmentalists, parents, journalists, usually motivated by public interest, believe that there is something wrong with GMOs. They're a small minority in India and in most other places. Like the Baptists in Bruce Yandel's theory of regulation, they are well-intentioned, vocal, and don't personally profit from the ban. But this story also has bootleggers. Farmers using genetically modified seeds reduce their dependency on insecticides and pesticides and even some kind of chemical fertilizers. So insecticide and pesticide manufacturers, like the bootleggers in the American South, stand to profit from a ban on GMOs.
If you want to learn more about public choice, check out some of our other videos